Okay, my name is Virginia Ford, and I go by Ginger, and I live at Portage Lake in Pinckney, Michigan. Okay, my whole life is impacted by my faith. I build my life on my faith. From the time I wake up in the morning until I go to bed at night, I thank God that I can get out of bed. I thank God that I can cook my own breakfast and do my meals. And I thank God for giving me the strength to do my daily chores and things that I need to do and to stay independent. I can point to each one of my relatives and tell how they helped build my faith. My grandmother is a perfect example. She lived next door. She taught me many, many things about my faith, just in general, just because she lived it herself and was a great one for morning prayers and afternoon prayers. And, they would they just didn't go to church on Sunday. They went to daily mass a lot, and they would go to novenas, and they worked at their parish, and they were part of their parish. They embraced it a whole lot. I have five older siblings and five younger siblings, and the older siblings, they handed down to me the life experiences that they had, and I could see the effect the good things had and the bad things they had in growing up. And in turn, I was able to hand down the good things down to the younger brothers and sisters. My family embraced traveling. When they could travel, they could travel. They would go. They would go to Florida for spring breaks. They would go whenever they had an opportunity, go camping or hiking or any kind of sports adventures or walking trails, or they would hit the trail and do that. And they would come back with all the different things, foods that they learned to eat, and the different kinds of people that they met, and different races, different religions, and that did a lot of different things. And I just took all this in. I soaked it up, and I felt like I inherited the love of travel because of them, and the love of adventure, and the love of getting out into the world and doing things in the world that are just not being a homebody. Well, I think the ultimate truth of love is just what Jesus says. Love one another. And you have to, accept them as they are. That's what Jesus does. You take them where they're at. ADA came about, I believe, around 1989. And previous to this, I can remember going to college at different campuses, and you couldn't find a place to park anywhere. And it was so difficult to shop with the big shopping centers when they came about, and it wasn't just your mom and pop store. It was, Kmart's and Walmart's and all these big stores, and parking was very, very difficult, and especially with winter weather and inclement weather. And that's an amazing thing, and to be able to find handicap parking.